Life is a mirror, always reflecting back to you your state of consciousness. But what the hell does that even mean? How does it work? How does it practically work for you to start attracting, seeing, and creating a life that you actually want? So if you're feeling stuck in your life right now, if you've been trying everything, if you've been spending a lot of money on courses and coaches and things like that to try to change your life and nothing is working, pay attention, because this video will help you. I want to share with you practically how you can actually change your life by changing your state of consciousness first. And I want to share with you a story of one of my clients and how he did what he did in order to dramatically make massive shifts and win in his life. You see, when I started working with him, he was 25 years old. He was in a job for a year, that temporary job for over a year that he hated, making shit money and feeling life, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I know I can do more. I know I want more. I know I want all those things. And he's been spending a lot of money on NLP and coaching and Tony Robbins and events and podcasts and YouTube and you name it. And he felt stuck because nothing was changing. Even though he was overloading himself with all that information, nothing was changing. But something I noticed straight away was his negative attitude toward himself and toward the world. You see, he struggled with doubt, with anxiety, with that defeated attitude, that victim attitude that nothing's ever working for me. I tried so many things. I do all those things, but life seems to be against me. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. When you feel powerless and helpless and you struggle with confidence and you seek external validation and you seek having that success, having that fame so you can simply feel worthy. And when you don't have it, you can easily find yourself in a rut, in a gut. And this is where he was. And so his number one goal was to get a new job that he enjoyed and that was paying more. That was his main goal. But he said, I've been applying for over a year to places, but nobody ever answers. And it just doesn't work. And if I do get an interview, I screw it because I'm not good enough. And then he goes into that negative, defeating self-chatter. So that was his attitude, that was his state of consciousness. So it's no wonder that life was matching his state of consciousness with experiences. See, if you feel like a victim, life will bring bullies to you. Maybe it's people, maybe it's event, unforeseen situation, experiences, weather, politics, unfavorable situations. Life will find a way to make you feel victimized. Because if you keep telling life, I'm a victim, I'm powerless, I'm helpless, I cannot, then life will respond and be like, okay, cool, let's do it. Let's make you more of a victim. And so, when you harbor all those thoughts, all those beliefs that often are subconscious and come from our childhood, come from all the relationships that we had with our parents, the environment in which we grew up, the teachers, the experiences, the trauma that some of us experience, and then life experiences that brought us where we are. All of these shape subconsciously our identity, and a lot of us carry deeply held anger, shame, resentment, fear that happens in the past that we drag with us and that we project onto the world, that we project onto people, that we project on our ability, that makes us bitter, that makes us angry, that makes us doubtful, that makes us resentful. And then we wonder why life is not happening for us. So the first thing we did with him was to clean up the past. You see, you cannot bring your past residue, all the negativity, all the failures, all that doubt, all that crap with you and expect to build a positive, happy, loving future. And in fact, I remember doing one session of hypnotherapy with him where he found himself at school having a terrible experience with one of his teachers that was yelling at him that he's stupid and that he's never going to be good enough to achieve anything in his life. Now imagine how deeply embarrassing that can be and how much of a mark, of a scar that can leave on a kid and how this can become a manifestation. And you see, his attitude of being defeated, of it's never working with me, started way back then. And subconsciously, as long as that was active and the truth for him, he was continuing to attract situations and places or to sabotage the result he was doing. And so life was simply matching him to where he was, even though he forgot completely about that event for so many years. And so this is another way that life, the mirror, is showing us who we are and what's happening between us. Because everything that triggers you, whether it's a person, a politician, an event, a thing that happens, everything that triggers you is a blessing in disguise, because it can show you, it can reveal you aspects, part of yourself that needs your attention, that needs your healing, that needs you to start overcoming and releasing. And when you start to do that, when you start to do that deep work, not only you start to feel lighter, not only you start to release those baggages that create that insecurity and victim mentality and low self-esteem, but you start to create that core confidence. You start to feel differently, you start to feel stronger, you start to have more faith. And so, long story short, he started applying for jobs, and for 3 weeks, nothing freaking happened. Not a phone call, not an interview, nothing. And after that, he finally got his first interview. And when he got the interview, first came excitement, second came anxiety, because, oh my God, what if I screw it up again? And what if the old self was creeping back. And those are the moments, the defining moment where we have to choose. Am I gonna serve my old self, or I'm gonna step up and become different? So throughout our work together, I gave him a lot of tasks and exercise to visualize himself, to be in that job, to nail that interview, to be who he wanted to be in that new job, having that relationship that he wanted with the co-workers, and really feeling great, feeling powerful, making that money and having that life that he wanted. And he was diligent, and he was applying everything. And let me tell you something, not only he got the job, but the first month, he smashed his KPI every single month, and he had the best start of any new employee ever at that company. And between 15 months, he got promoted not once, but twice, and twice with pay raise. And that is just what shift in his professional life, let alone all the powerful personal shift that he had in his own personal private life. And this is simply because he changed his state of consciousness again and again and again and again, rising every time. Because you see, the challenge that some people experience is that they reach a certain level and then they stop. And the tools that they used to have, the visualization, the gratitude, and that mindset, those mental, emotional habits that they used to create, they stop. And they go back to doing other things. And then they let the environment control you. And then slowly but surely, they go back into the comfort zone and they feel trapped and stuck again. And so in a way, success has defeated them. But kudos to him, because he remained focused and he started to enjoy and notice how much power he had over his own life to create, to achieve, to go to the next level, even when there is challenges, even when things are not working. And you see, this is how powerful the mirror is, because the mirror never lies. So it may take time. There may be a period of time where you don't see the shift, or you only see little things. And this is where often people get discouraged. I do all this work, I do everything you tell me to do, and all I see is the little things. What the fuck is my big breakthrough? But you have to remain faithful. You either can serve fear or you can serve faith. But wherever you choose to believe will come. But the thing is, this is like a snowball effect. At first, it's really small, really weak. And all you see is small wins. But if you look at those small wins and you're like, oh my God, it's changing, it's happening, I see reflection, I see differences, then you use that to fuel your motivation, to fuel your fire and your determination. Those wins are going to be bigger, bigger, and bigger until you're gonna drastically shift your life so much that it leaves no doubt that you created this, because you changed first. You see, you cannot wait to get that job and that promotion or that money or that girlfriend or that whatever until you change, until you stop being a victim, until you stop feeling sorry for yourself, until you stop that negative thought and chatter and beating yourself up. You cannot wait until they're gone, until you forgive them. You have to do that work first, and you need to become that person first, and then you maintain it, you keep at it, and life will reflect that back to you. It is the law. It works if you apply it. And so I hope that this video and this story can help you see how life is a mirror, how it works, and how you can also have the same shift in your life. I don't know what you're trying to create. I don't know the life that you want to make, but whatever it is that you want, it is possible and available to you. But you must first do that work in your thoughts, in your attitude, in your emotions, and do the actions that you must. Because a lot of us take massive action and we fight the world, we fight the mirror, we fight the reflection, thinking that this is gonna change it. Yeah, it's the hustle mentality, and it leaves most people burning out with peanuts and fuck all. But if you align your mindset and identity and state of consciousness first, and then you take massive action, you become unstoppable. And if you're feeling stuck right now and you don't know where to start and you don't know what's the next step, you can book a session in the link down in the description, and we can melt away and get rid of whatever is preventing you from creating the life that you want to have. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this type of videos. I will see you next time. Be well.